Well, hey, y'all. Welcome to the American Farmsteadhers podcast. My name is Donna, and I am here with my friend Jenny. and we feel like we've just been shot in the foot.
It's true. It's all true.
It is. So we talked before how we're not technology people, and it's getting the best of us, man. So we didn't plan to talk about that, but
yeah,
that's what's happening.
Yeah. Every time we sit down to record a podcast, I think it actually takes us longer to get set up than it does to talk.
It's stupid. It makes me feel so stupid. Like nothing makes me feel dumber than sitting down to do this. But anyways, thank you guys for listening. We hope that you're enjoying the conversation when we finally do get started, because we're enjoying it.
Yeah. Absolutely. It's fun to get together and talk.
It's like time out.
It is. It's a time out. And people will ask me, oh, you do a podcast? I'm like, yeah, it's really just an excuse to get together with friends.
We're just talking. Yeah, we're having coffee and talking. So
Yeah. So it's always a good time.
Yep. So what's happening on your farm?
Well, I actually found a smidgen of motivation to finally get back in the garden and do a little bit of clean out. I should say a lot of bit of clean out.
Yeah.
I got all my, all the zipper peas and green beans and black beans are all, out of the garden and fed to the animals. So that was a little bit of an undertaking. I had 6 rows I had to clean out there. But
did you cut them at the soil level or did you pull them? Okay.
Yes, I cut them at the soil level, which takes a little bit of extra time.
Well, that's what I was going to ask, because I have this whole row of green beans that the plants are gorgeous, but obviously they're not setting any fruit in the heat that we're having in July in Florida. So I thought, well, I like to cut them too, but they're so lush and bushy and it will be an undertaking.
I just went, I started with, the outside row and I just pushed all the plants into the center row, just pushed them over and then went through with my clippers and cut them all at the base.
Just by hand.
And just by hand. And then, just gathered them up and hauled them out of there.
Okay.
Those I chose not to chop and drop because they had a bunch of beans on them and zipper peas on them. And I didn't want all of those seeds scattered all over my garden.
No.
So we chose to pull those out, and the sheep love them. The cows love them, especially our bull. I mean, the bull was like, these are all mine.
Hard he.
So, and of course, some went to the pigs, and I threw a big batch into the chicken tractor for the meat chickens too, for the Freedom Rangers, and they destroyed them. Yeah. So,
I've been doing some garden clean out too. And I have taken a wheelbarrow for all the things to make an accidental compost pile.
Right.
That, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to begin with that. But, so I have a bunch of plants to compost and then I have a bunch of plants that I don't want to compost. The things like you said, like with seeds. So like the sunflower heads and stuff like that. I'll keep 1 or 2 for seed, but then I don't want the rest in my compost. So
no. I've discovered too that the sheep love the sunflower heads.
Oh, do they?
They went to town on them.
The dried ones or when they're still fresh? Okay.
Yep, the dried ones.
So shells and all. So I've been putting those in a separate bucket for the chickens. So anything that like has disease to it or seeds in it, grass that has gotten tall enough to seed out. I have some weird kind of, it looks like a grain grass. And when it gets tall enough and it looks like a wheat almost. And I don't know if it's because it's been dropped there by birds or something out of the animal feed.
Right.
Or if it came in my compost, or I really don't know, but it's coming up here and there and it's real pretty. And the dog wants to eat it when she gets in the garden where it's growing. So I've been pulling that and feeding that to the chickens too. And they're real happy with it.
Yeah. That's always nice when you can utilize stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really helped stretch my feed this last week or so.
And every little bit helps there.
Every little bit helps. Yeah. So all of that stuff got hauled out of the garden, but my cover crop that I did on the part of my garden that was doing very, very poorly.
Right.
It finally got to the flower stage.
Okay.
And it was really kind of perfect timing. And I tried to get the mower in there and I couldn't get the mower started. So I'm like, okay, well, nobody's here to take apart the mower and I don't know how to do that. And I don't want to learn. And so I go to get the weed whacker, pull the weed whacker out. The weed whacker won't start. And I'm like, okay, all right, this really needs to get done. So I ended up just taking the machete and the top half, I just gathered as much as I could in my hand, the top half of, and my cover crop is black-eyed peas. So the top half that I had gathered in my hand, that was most of the like bushy leaves, I just cut that off, dropped it, and then cut everything at the base and just dropped that as well. So I got a super, super, super thick layer on top of all of those beds that were cover cropped. So,
how long do you think it took to get there from the time you planted?
I'm thinking it's probably about maybe 5-6 weeks, something like that. So I watered it down really good. And tonight I'm hoping to be able to go ahead and cover it. And I think I may occasionally pull it and water it, pull the tarp back and water it a little bit and then recover it. And so I'm hoping that within like 4 to 6 weeks, I'm hoping it'll be broken down enough to where I can transplant in.
Okay.
Which is going to force me to start seeds.
Yes.
Which I have not done
Dear
yet.
God, why can't I do that?
It's been on my brain for almost a month. I thought July 1st, I'm going to start seeds.
Same.
And I just have not done it. And I'll even think about it during the day
I
when
need
I
to
don't
start
have
seeds.
anything to do. And I don't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
When I don't have anything to do.
Right. Ha ha. When I'm ignoring all the things that need to be done.
Right. Yeah. I'm kind of in the same boat. I washed my containers, my seed starting containers. So I got far.
I need to do that because all of my stuff had blight.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure I sanitize it.
Yeah. I soaked them in some bleach water and a little Dawn dish soap and gave them a good little scrub and rinse. Yeah. And so I've got that much done. I should be able to, I've got my seeds pulled. I've got seeds out.
Right.
They're ready to go.
Yeah.
And also, so this time last year, it was July that I planted sugar pie pumpkins in a box just to see, and they did great. So, it's time.
Yeah.
It's time.
It is. It is. It's time. Like, we're out of time. We can't put it off any longer. Like, if we want the fall and winter garden.
I'm really overwhelmed with the grass coming in my garden from the backside.
The backside of my garden is like that too. It's like a freaking jungle.
Yes. And it's like crabgrass, or I don't know what it is, but it, you know, it reaches really far and I'm having to dig really far. And when you do that, you disrupt the seed bank and here come more weeds and all of that. So I don't really know if I need to pull the mulch back and add more cardboard down. I really don't know, but I have to do something because it's out of control.
Can you get a torch out there and burn it?
Our torch, something's wrong with it. It's like,
of course,
I know. It's like it has a hole or something. It's not getting as much gas as it needs to make a nice torch flame. So it's,
you know,
maybe I could get a new torch. Eric wouldn't be sad.
Right. No, they'll always say yes.
Yes.
Torches are cool. I heard a while back ago that you could take rock salt that people use up north on the roads. You can take rock salt and do like your fence lines and like the edges of your driveway, and it'll keep stuff from growing. Wonder if we could like rock salt the perimeter of the garden to keep because the perimeter of mine just gets
where
crazy.
It is. That's exactly where it is. Yeah. I wanted to get cardboard like shoved underneath the wire fence there. And the grass was already too much by the time I thought to do that.
It gets up in the fence.
Right.
It like makes a mess.
Yeah.
A couple years ago, I ended up tearing out my whole entire garden fence for that reason, because my garden fence was chicken wire and I had dog fennel that literally like weaved itself up into the chicken wire. It was like an impenetrable wall.
Nightmare.
It was a nightmare. It was.
Nightmare. So, well, yeah, I don't know. Eric's answer is to spray it, and like I won't let him spray anywhere near my garden.
Right.
And he likes to spray fences with like diesel.
I I know.
or kerosene or gas or something like that. And I'm like, stop it.
Right.
Stop it.
I know. Tori's the same way. Our neighbor does that.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a constant battle.
Yeah.
It's a constant battle. He doesn't see the problem with it. Listeners, please, I don't need mail about it. I know. I love the planet too. Believe me, I know.
Yeah.
So, anyways, so the only other stuff I can think of on the farm that we're dealing with, I spent a whole day in the kitchen today trying to preserve odds and ends. So our big giant bag of potatoes.
Okay.
I used the last handful of potatoes today.
Thank goodness.
I know.
A never-ending bag of potatoes.
I sang a little hallelujah. So I've got, I made vegetable soup. So
Nice.
I canned up a bunch of bone stock today and some vegetable soup today. So I used some green beans, some corn, like just some random things that I had.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I had picked a basket full of tomatoes and it wasn't like enough to run the canner for canned tomatoes.
Mm-hmm.
It was too much to put away in the refrigerator without them going bad before we used them. So that's what I did.
Yeah. Time to get creative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jenny, I didn't tell you this. This is so exciting. I'm just tickled pink about this. I dug up some of our peanuts last night. Yes. So it probably was a little more than half a gallon in a Ziploc bag.
Okay.
Like almost a gallon size bag.
Nice.
I soaked them, I washed them, and then I cooked them in the Instant Pot at the direction of a friend who said 90 minutes and then let it natural release. It takes like another 30, 45 minutes.
Okay.
Like quarter cup of salt, cover them with water. They're amazing. Yes.
Wow.
Way better than canned peanuts.
New favorite thing to grow?
Yes. I didn't dig them all up. I saved some for seed. And then I'm learning because it's the first year I've grown these. So half of the peanut plants had been eaten up by bugs. And so they're making a comeback. I dug up one or two of those and they have like 3 peanuts on the bottom. So I'm leaving those to see if they come back. Because the friend who got me into these peanuts last year, she planted them in July and she harvested in November. Yeah.
Okay.
And so she had plenty. And so I'm going to let them go and see what they do. And then I picked I kind of thinned the plants out. So I picked in between, the plants that I left. I noticed the biggest ones have like little runners almost, and they want to set roots and grow peanuts on them. So I'm going to let them go.
Yeah.
And just see what happens.
See what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got a long enough season for that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That's exciting.
So exciting.
That's cool.
I might have a few left still that I didn't plant, so I might throw those in the ground too. And,
oh man, I totally meant to bring you Seminole pumpkin seeds.
Oh,
I have way too many.
Do you?
There's no possible way that I would ever plant that many Seminole pumpkin seeds. I don't know why I saved so many.
Yeah. Well, you know what I did the last time we grew them? Was it that? I think it was that. I saved some and did them like pumpkin seeds, like you would eat pumpkin seeds.
If you could roast them.
Yeah. Yeah. I did them in the oven. I think I added like some Cajun seasoning to them and salt.
Nice.
And they were really good on salads.
Nice. Ooh,
Yeah.
I love stuff like that on salads.
Me too.
I'll have to try that.
Something extra.
Yeah. Something crunchy.
Yep. So
That's cool.
that. And we did our chicken butcher workshop this last weekend.
Yes. That went well.
It did go well.
It did go well.
I love, we had somebody who said she couldn't even butcher a store-bought chicken. Like she couldn't even piece out a store-bought chicken a year ago.
Yeah.
And her husband did the killing part and the plucking, and she did every part of the gutting and the cleaning. She did a great job.
She was super excited.
Yeah.
She was like, this has changed my life.
I know.
She was so cute. With her big floppy hat.
Yeah, her big sun hat.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was good. So I love those reactions. It went really well.
Yeah.
really
Reactions
well.
like that make it worth it.
It does.
You know?
It does.
It does. It's always nice to see people get excited about taking control of their food.
Yeah.
You know, that's awesome.
Yep. So that's what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah.
Is the raising meat chickens.
Meat chickens. I really feel like meat chickens are like the gateway drug to raising your own meat.
Yeah.
Just like chickens for eggs are like the gateway drug into homesteading.
Yeah.
You know, you get a couple chickens for some eggs, and then it just kind of snowballs from there.
Right.
And I feel like meat birds are definitely kind of what everybody tries first.
I think so. I don't know an easier meat to get started with than meat chickens. Your Cornish cross that raise out in anywhere from 6 to 10 weeks, really, depending on males or females and how much you feed them and all of that. You can have quite a bit of meat in the freezer
in a very short period of time.
Yeah,
very short period. You know, and I think it takes a little bit of setup. But once you're set up for it, you can really get some meat in your freezer.
And you become better at it, like you said, once you're set up. And so that raising them, you get a little bit more efficient every time you do another batch.
Yeah, and you do.
Until you get to the point where you're like us and you're just like, I refuse to buy chicken at the store.
Yeah.
And I don't have any idea what the cost is. And I don't know I don't know about that shortage, you know.
No.
We're all the time. We're all the time in our house. We're all the time asked about, well, how much do you sell your chicken for? And do you have any? And, you know, people are looking for it. And it leads us to believe that there must be something going on out there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So I feel like when we first started out with meat chickens, like, you know, we started with like a Tupperware bin for like a brooder, you know, and had like, I don't know, 25 chicks all in this Tupperware bin.
Or you mean like a Rubbermaid bin?
Rubbermaid, yeah. Rubbermaid bin.
Yeah.
You know, like a tote that you would like store stuff in.
Right.
In the laundry room. You know, and so it started out like that, but, you know, definitely as we've gotten bigger batches, our brooder situation has definitely grown. But, you know, there's lots of different things that you can make brooders out of.
We converted one of our tractors into a brooder with the last batch that we ordered a lot of chicks.
Yeah.
So it looks really janky, but our tractors are, it's a homestead thing. It has to be janky. We have, our tractors are 4x8 just because that was the easy size that 2x4s come in.
Right.
And this particular one, we used recycled metal roofing on half of it. And then the other half had 2x4 wire on it, which was fine for chickens, but not for chicks. Yeah. And so I needed a bigger space for chicks, and they could still get through that 2x4 wire. So we ended up, we had an old cage that actually was left here by the sellers of our farm last year. And it was like, you know, it's a collapsible cage to put it away in pieces. So it's a space saving kind of thing. Well, we took all those pieces and I zip tied them around the outside edge of the 2x4 wire. So like I said, it looks janky, but it totally works. And then
it keeps them in there. That's the important thing.
Yeah, it keeps them in. It keeps everything else out. And then the top is half of it is metal roof, and then the other half is a hinged lid. So it's like a 4x4 lid, and that has wire across the top. And so it's been fine. It worked well for the last batch until I left them all out. Yeah. But when they were chicks, it worked great. So that worked for, 4x8 space. You can fit a lot of chicks in there.
A lot of chicks in there. I mean, you don't need a giant brooder at all for a decent amount of meat chickens.
Yeah.
Because, essentially, if you're in a good climate, you're really only leaving them in that brooder for about 2 weeks.
Right.
Unless it's winter and it's like super cold, or if you live up north, I have no idea what that's like because I am a Southern girl. So
I understand a lot of people will keep them in the basement with a light in the wintertime. But yeah, I've never lived anywhere else either. So I really don't have experience with that.
Yeah. That's kind of the nice thing about doing the meat chickens in the South is you get them in that brooder and out of that brooder really fast and on the grass.
Yeah. And the other thing is a lot of people like in the North, they'll raise them all summer, or most points north of here, they'll raise them from spring to fall. And that's when they do their meat chickens. And that's where the majority of the country is. Us here in the deeper South, is the worst possible time to raise them is in the summer.
Yes.
And so a lot of hatcheries, they'll offer a discount around the end of November and December. And you can go ahead and order then. And that's when they'll run their sale. Like a Black Friday sale we'll usually hit one of those. And you can get a little bit of a discount per bird.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And the other thing with that is get in with some friends to increase the amount of birds to be shipped.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think like the minimum order at most hatcheries is like 15 birds. But if you go, I don't know if they give a discount at 25, but they for sure start discounting at 50 birds.
Yeah.
Which is usually why we try to aim for 50.
But if you get like 100,
right,
you get a bigger discount.
More of a discount.
Right.
So I guess we need to.
We should coordinate that. We have coordinated that in the past.
It's been a long time.
It has been a long
since
time.
I've went in on an order with somebody.
Yeah.
You know, and I would do it. I would do an order with you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do too many more people.
No.
Just because they're baby chicks and they're live and pickup is complicated.
Yeah.
You know, and that might be just a little more to work out than what I really want to do. But
right. There's a select few people I'll do it with.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's people nearby.
Yeah.
That's
Absolutely.
the thing. Yeah.
So when you do your next order, are you going to go Cornish Cross or Freedom Ranger or a mix?
We're going to do a mix.
Yeah.
The Cornish Cross, just because they're tried and true.
Yep.
I know how they grow out. I know what to expect. I have no surprises there.
Yeah.
So we'll do that still. And those grow out to be what most people are used to. When you see a bird at the grocery store, the Cornish Cross. Yeah. Yeah. So when they see that come out of our freezer for sale, it's familiar to them.
It's familiar, yeah.
Yeah. But we'll do some Rangers too, because these gray broilers, I have loved. Like, they are so much like chickens. They are eating the grass. They are pecking the bugs. They fly.
Yeah, I really like the Freedom Rangers too. They're they have more of an earthy chicken flavor to them. Like, the flavor is just a little more like rich.
That's the only thing we haven't tried them. We haven't eaten them yet because we haven't gotten any to butcher age.
Yeah. Well, and I've done a couple batches of Freedom Rangers now. The first batch that we did, I tractored them with the Cornish Crosses. And so they got fed exactly like the Cornish Crosses. And we butchered them all together at 10 weeks. And the Freedom Rangers were just as big as the Cornish Crosses.
Wow.
The Freedom Rangers were actually pretty big.
Yeah.
They were meaty birds. Now, this last batch of Freedom Rangers that I've had, they've just been by themselves, and they've done more free ranging. They've spent a lot more time out of the tractor, so they're not really getting fed necessarily like a Cornish Cross, and they've grown out a little slower.
Right.
Which makes sense.
And it's summer. They tend to grow slower in summer.
Yep.
So
yeah, they absolutely do.
Yeah, in the heat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do both again. Eric's actually kind of pushing me you need to order some birds. And like I said, like, that's weird.
Yeah. I will probably want to go ahead and place an order after we get done with our butcher boxes. And I've got a little bit of cash to work with.
Yeah.
So like maybe the beginning of September, go ahead and place the order. And I'm curious though how far out their shipping date is.
Yeah.
Because I think I would want them pretty quickly. Although I've got some work to do on my chicken tractors.
Right. I need to build another tractor. What we really, I think we're going to do, the plan is to get the electric poultry netting.
Yeah. And
we have a little structure that we built for goats that we can move around. It needs a repair. That we broke part of the frame and a wheel on it, trying to move it in the wrong direction in the sand. And so we have a repair to make to that, but I think we're going to use that as a good shade structure for them, where make them feel safe to get in at night and get out of the sun. But we'll use that netting to keep them protected from coyotes and dogs. Yes. And hopefully that does the trick. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll help.
So I need to buy the netting. That's my big purchase.
That's your big purchase will be the netting. Yeah, because the netting is not cheap, especially the poultry netting. It's a little bit taller than the sheep netting.
And it's a tighter weave.
Yeah, so it is a little bit more expensive, but I think you'll get a ton of use out of it, you know?
Yeah. And then the last thing, I need to figure out the stinking solar charger, the battery box. I need some like hands-on lessons with that.
You might have to buy a new charger.
I'm thinking that's what it is. And so I'm wondering if I can like find a bundle pack, you know?
Yeah. Premier One does sell it all in a bundle. I don't know if it like discounts it any. But I will say this, the solar chargers we've had the most trouble with. They are kind of the most inconsistent as opposed to like a plug-in electrical charger. And they're not as strong as the electrical chargers. So
right.
I don't know where you're going to be moving your meat birds if you have, you know, access to plug-in power. But those solar chargers, like if there's a lightning storm, they get hit, they go out, which is why I like to buy them from Tractor Supply because you can buy the extended warranty and it gives you like 2 years of coverage on it. And if it goes out, I've done it before. You literally take it back to the store and they give you a new one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're not cheap.
Right.
So Premier One is supposedly a better brand.
Right.
But, you know, that warranty is really good.
It is good. Have you used the Premier One?
Yes.
And same kind of issue?
Yeah, we have one. It hasn't gone out yet, but we have had to replace the batteries in it.
Okay.
So
I wonder if that's just part of the regular maintenance, though.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything. Our home, no matter where we've lived, is the place where batteries go to die.
Yeah. Well, and when those batteries die in the solar chargers, if you don't catch it quick enough, it burns up your charger, which is what Tori said probably happened to yours because he replaced the batteries in it and it still wouldn't work.
Okay.
So he said if they go out, like you really have to check them on the regular to make sure that they're working because I guess the solar charger will keep on trying to work.
So like every day?
It'll burn up. Yeah. Okay. Every day.
Okay.
Every day. Which is not a big deal because you're out there every day, you know, sleeping anyway.
Right.
So,
it's just part of your routine.
Touch your fence, make sure it's working.
I'll get the like meter reader thing, you know, like here, touch it with that. Or, my kids are big enough that I could ask them to touch it.
That's what I do. I call the boys out. I'm like, boys,
tell me as it's working. Will they do it?
Yeah, they do it. But the solar ones I'll touch because they're just not as strong. But the plug-in one that we're using in our cow pasture right now, that sucker hurts. Yeah. So I really try not to touch that one. Okay. So.
Okay.
There's that.
There is that. So yeah, you need a safe place to keep your birds.
Yes.
You order them by mail. Make sure you have a nice brooder set up, a light while they're small, or warmth.
And you want to have, I think the ratio is like one light for every 25 chicks.
Okay.
Which I feel like is pretty true. I mean, I just I've always had 2 lights in my brooder and we've always done 50 chicks, but I actually read it somewhere that is what you're supposed to do.
Yeah. If you don't have enough warmth for them, they'll all try to huddle under the one place and somebody's going to get smothered.
They'll smother each other and kill each other. And it happens.
It does.
When they're chicks like that, you will have some losses.
Yeah.
I always order maybe like 5 extra.
Yeah.
Because you're always going to have losses.
Yeah. And a lot of times the hatcheries send a couple of extra also, especially if you place a big order.
Yeah, they are good about that.
The last 2 orders I received, they didn't send any extras. And I don't know if it had anything to do with the chicken shortage or what, but you know, it's something was up because the last 2 orders from 2 different hatcheries, I didn't get.
You didn't get extras. You know what? I think the last time I ordered, I didn't get extras.
Yeah. I was a little disappointed.
And one time last year, I actually got a duck in with my baby chicks.
What?
With my meat chickens. Yeah, there was a baby duck in there. I'm like, are you kidding me? There's a duck in here.
Oh my gosh. Somebody punked you.
Yeah.
That's funny. Did you keep it?
Yeah, we kept it. He ended up dying though when he was little. So I don't know.
Weird. I don't like ducks. We had ducks once. They were too messy.
Yeah, they are messy.
I like duck meat. I like duck fat. I like duck eggs.
I like duck eggs.
But I don't like them enough to raise them. I just don't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we've always said like no ducks unless we had like a pond.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. So we had ducks when we had a pond.
Right.
And they ruined our pond.
And they ruined our pond. Oh, okay.
It's too much. They poop too much.
Right. It's just too much.
It's too much. Anyways, so you need a safe place to raise them in. And then when it's time to butcher, just have all your stuff together. And for us, that is a scalder. And Jenny and I do this differently. Jenny uses the turkey fryer type propane burner and big pot of water to scald.
Yep.
And I use an actual scalder that has a thermostat on it, which is nice because the temperature never drops by adding fresh water in it, or it doesn't get too hot by leaving the burner on.
And that's our struggle every single time. That's the one thing we have to watch the most is the water temperature.
The temperature,
because it fluctuates, you know.
Yeah.
We're constantly having to like adjust the flame on the burner and oh, it's too hot, or oh, now we turned it down too much.
Turn it up, turn it down, turn it up, turn it down. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's kind of a pain, but
yeah, you want
it's not that big of a deal. We're kind of used to it now.
You want that water temp at 155 and that's perfect to loosen feathers, and then they go in the plucker. You don't have to have a plucker. You can certainly hand pluck chickens.
Yeah. That's what Grandma did.
It's what Grandma did. It's what I did when I was a kid. I hand plucked chickens. Hey, when I was an adult, when we started doing this, we hand plucked chickens until we got to a point. I was like, okay, Mama's done.
Right. We're doing enough of these now.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. You have to decide, like, how many of these are we going to do? Is it worth the investment?
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, for us, even if we were just doing chickens for ourselves, we would do 50 or 60 chickens.
Right.
You know, so for us, it's worth the investment.
It saves so much time.
It saves so much time to have the correct setup and good equipment, and it makes a difference.
Definitely.
You know? It makes it more doable.
It makes it more tolerable,
less
too.
Dreadful.
It's not, well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, we love doing it because we love that it's done. We don't love the process by any means. It's a dreadful job.
It is. And any time you have chicken butcher coming up, it's like, oh, it's chicken butcher day.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, but also the birds get to where I hate them.
Yeah.
At the end. So like it's time.
Yeah, because I mean they're meat birds, so they grow different than like a regular bird. And those jokers are hungry, and they're kind of vicious when they
bite.
Get hungry, and they bite, and it hurts.
Yeah.
So let's talk chicken feed real quick.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, I for a while I was really good about soaking my feed and got away from it because I just got lazy. But recently, with the feed prices going up, these Freedom Rangers that I've got right now, I went back to soaking their feed, and it saves, I swear, like 30%.
It does.
It is huge.
It does. Yeah.
And so I used to soak it like on a smaller scale when I did it before. I would just do chicken feed in a 5-gallon bucket, half full with feed, and then top the bucket off with water and put a lid on it. By the next day, say 24 hours later, that whole entire bucket is full of feed, so you went from half a bucket to a full bucket.
Right.
I mean, it's really a no-brainer.
Right.
But I started doing it on a larger scale with the 55-gallon drum, and I'll do 100 pounds of feed in there. And then again, just equal parts water and feed. And it just makes such a big difference. I don't know why I ever stopped.
I like to add some of our raw milk to it, or like skimmed milk, or just like old milk that got lost in the back of the fridge or something like that. And so raw milk, when it goes off, when it sours, it's different from pasteurized milk. Pasteurized milk, when it goes bad, it's bad. Like
it's like rank bad.
And it'll make you sick. Like you don't want to drink it. When raw milk goes bad, it's still usable, and it's like basically it's clabber, like what Grandma used, you know. And so you can still use that in cheeses and yogurt and sour cream and all of these things. And so it's not that it's rank or it's not going to make you sick. It's just, it's different. It's gone through the chemical process through time, and it's different. And so you wouldn't want to drink it. It's just not palatable that way.
Yeah.
But I will add some of that to my chicken feed and do the fermenting that way. And when I open that, I love it. It smells like cheese. That grain, I don't know. I guess it's the starch in the grain, and the bacteria in the milk, and all of that just works together, that when I open the lid and I go to scoop it out, you take a big whiff and it smells like cheese. It's
nice.
just, it's so like refreshing. Like, oh, you lucky little birds, like gourmet chicken food. So,
I wonder if it would be worth it to at Aldi, they have like the 99-cent seasonings, like powdered garlic or powdered onion. Like, I wonder if it would be worth it if to get just one and throw the whole container in there. If you were doing 100 pounds of feed, to put garlic in there or, because that's a good, it's just good for the chickens.
Right.
It's used kind of as as like an antibiotic, a dewormer,
It keeps the flies away.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, I know there's a mineral that a lot of people feed to cows that has garlic, is strong on the garlic, and they feed it to cows. Cows love it. And it keeps the flies off of them.
I need some of that.
Yeah. I don't use it because my dairy girls, it'll make their milk taste like garlic.
Oh.
So, but it's supposed to be people swear by it.
Yeah, I need to look that up. I need some of that. I've been having a hard time getting fly stuff on my cows. I only have Poron right now. I need to just get a sprayer.
Yeah.
But
they've been
half
bad.
of them won't let me come near them to pour that on them. They're like, I don't know what they think it is. But
you're trying to kill them with a little bottle. Yeah, right. I know. Well, so yeah, the feed, I think we're probably using the same feed from the local mill, local-ish mill, the closest feed mill that we can get to. It's not an organic feed, but it's local grains and,
locally milled grains, it's really kind of the best case scenario if you're not feeding organic, I feel like anyway.
Yeah. We've been happy with it.
I've really started to, after my birds get out of the chick stage, I've also been adding in a 4-grain scratch to their feed. I don't know if it makes a difference, but I like it. I think it makes it more interesting. They seem to enjoy it. I've been getting some nice meaty birds by adding that 4-grain in there.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
What kind of feeders do you use?
So honestly, for my meat chickens, I'm just throwing feed on the ground.
Yeah.
They're birds, people.
Yeah.
Birds eat off the ground.
They peck it off the ground.
Yeah. So we're tractoring them around a cow field anyways. And part of their job, what we want them to do is to scratch up chicken poop.
Yep.
We need it, scratch up cow poop.
Cow poop.
We need it spread around a little bit. It's less work for us to do to, run a piece of equipment to drag it.
Yeah.
And so we're putting the chickens to work for us in that capacity. And so
they do a great job of spreading it around.
They really do. And we encourage them to hit the cow pies by putting feed right on the cow pies.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah. Yep. So we do that. When they're little, I'll use the little flip top chick feeders that they can't get in and poop in and dust bathe in and all of that. I'll use those until they start to get feathers and they're bigger and they become a little more vulture-like over their feed. And then I just dump it on the ground.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I do have feeders installed on the inside of my chicken tractor. We took I think it's a 4 or a 5-inch piece of PVC, 8 foot long, and just cut it in half, drilled some holes to it, and then zip tied it to the bottom of the tractor on both sides.
Like a little trough?
Yeah, like a little trough. And so that works really good too, because then if you're not ground feeding, you don't have to move your feeders.
Right.
It just moves with the tractor. So
right.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
I just wish that I could figure out a way to do rainwater on a chicken tractor and still be able to move the chicken tractor
by hand.
by hand. Yes,
Yeah.
because I don't want to take the time to hook it up to a 4-wheeler. And I've done that before, and I always end up running over a chicken.
Oh,
Because
right.
the 4-wheeler takes off a little quicker than what they're expecting, and
They just don't move out of the way.
they don't move out of the way. You're going to run one over. So I quit trying to do that and just started hand pulling. But it would be really nice to have some rainwater for their water.
Yeah, that would be nice. I don't know what the answer is to that.
Yeah, I don't know. Haven't figured that one out
Brainstorm. I think it's a 2-gallon waterer, like the bell-shaped waters. I fill them up right now. The Rangers go through a lot less water than the Cornish cross do. In the heat of summer, I fill them up once a day, and they still have water the next. Like I do them in the morning, they still have water the next morning. I empty them out, clean them out, and refill them. The Cornish cross, I was needing to water twice a day.
Yeah. I would totally agree with that. I've noticed the same thing. The Freedom Rangers, a lot of the times, will still have a little bit of water.
Yeah.
But they get their water so dirty.
They're gross. They're birds.
Yeah. And that's something that you're going to have to do like every day. Clean those waterers out, because I don't know how they do it, but they get chicken poo in there like nobody's business.
Yeah.
So that's always kind of a gross job.
It is.
But a necessary job.
Yeah. I don't scrub them out every day. It depends. It depends on how gross they are.
I just spray them out with the hose.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing it on a daily basis,
you should be fine.
With the hose, you should be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. About twice a week, I do, like in the summertime right now, they're growing algae on the inside of them.
Yeah.
So I do scrub that out about twice a week, I think.
Yeah. Because there's a certain type of algae that will kill them.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. I read that somewhere not too long ago, and I was like, oh,
okay. I just a little Dawn dish soap and a scrubby and some water and clean them out real good, and they're good.
Yeah. So are you moving your tractors just once a day?
I've been moving them twice a day.
Twice a day. Okay.
Yeah. Because they're just in a 4x8 spot. When I do electric netting, I think I will move them once a day.
Yeah.
Maybe even every 2 days.
Maybe even every 2 days with the electric netting.
It depends.
They'll have a pretty big space, so you probably just have to watch it and see how they soil it.
Yeah.
And what it may come down to really is putting the chicken tractor in the middle of the fence and setting up your perimeter fence with the electric netting, still moving your tractor every day.
Right.
Because they're probably going to go in the tractor at night.
Because they'll hang out there.
Yeah. And that's when that patch of grass is going to get like super soiled.
Right.
So then that way, you're getting fertilization, daily on small spots.
Everywhere.
But you're not having to move that electric netting.
So just move their shelter every day.
Just move their shelter inside the electric netting.
I like that.
So you'll probably only have to move the electric netting
like once a week, maybe.
I mean,
maybe.
It depends on how big the electric netting is.
Right, and how many birds.
Are they 164 feet long?
I don't know.
The sheep netting is 164 feet.
Okay.
That's a long piece of net.
Yeah, it is.
You can make a pretty good size area with that. So you may even get 2 weeks out of that if it's that long.
That would be awesome.
Because it's only a 4x8 tractor. So
nice.
That's what I would do.
I'm so excited about it. I need to just do it. I need to just order it. I'm sure it's on. Last time I looked at it, it was on back order.
It usually is. You really have to catch it. I don't know if you can request to get notified when it's back in stock, but I think maybe that you can.
I think you can.
So the electric netting, it was a game changer for us.
Yeah.
Moving animals around.
Yeah. I can see that.
I just moved our rams they've gotten I just moved them again the other day. The rams have been moved several times over the last week. And it's great.
It's easy.
It really helps cut down on the feed bill. They love it.
You're not mowing grass.
And I can't even get my mower to start. So.
Right. So that's good.
Yeah. So I'm totally relying on them. But I couldn't do it without that electric netting. So.
Okay. Yeah. I'm looking forward to having that. Do you move yours once or twice a day?
I'm just moving mine once a day.
Okay.
Every morning they get moved. I think I've got maybe like 21 or 22 Freedom Rangers in the tractor right now. And I was letting them free range, but they're down by my mom's camper, which there's a big concrete slab right there. And they've realized that they love the cold concrete slab.
They want to poop on stuff.
Yes. And so they were getting poop all over my mom's concrete slab, and they're not there right now. So I was like, I got to put these birds back in this tractor. My mom and dad are going to have a fit.
Jerks.
So I'm going to have some pressure washing to do, but whatever. And I think I was trying to wait till like the end of August to butcher those, but I think we might do it sooner because I'm tired of feeding them.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, they don't need to be any bigger. So
I think mine need a few more weeks. My Rangers, the gray ones.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like they look like barred rock hens.
Yeah.
Like, somebody pull one over on me here?
I know. I mean,
they grew much faster than laying hens though. Like they're obviously different.
Yeah.
But
and that's another reason why I've been more likely to keep them cooped up this time, because they look so much like my brown Novagen laying hens. And I'm like, I don't want to get these confused here. They look a lot alike on the outside, but the meat is different. You know, the Freedom Rangers will definitely have more. So
yeah. That's all I can think of as far as keeping and raising chickens for meat butcher. I mean, figure out what your family needs in a year. And if you don't want to do it all at once, then do it twice. You can do a batch in the spring and a batch in the fall, and have smaller batches if that is less overwhelming for you, and just do it. Yeah,
just do it. I mean, the meat birds are not difficult at all to do. The processing, it seems daunting, but I promise it's not.
It's not.
It really isn't. And then when you get done, you're like, yes.
Yeah.
We are done processing those birds. Like, it is such a good feeling.
It is.
When you completely raise something and then you butcher it and package it and you put it in your own freezer.
Yep.
It's amazing. So, you know, and what other animal can you do in 8 to 10 weeks and have a whole year's worth of food?
Right. That's awesome.
I mean, you can't beat it.
Yeah.
So
we've been very happy with it, very pleased with it. We hate raising them, to be honest. If I'm being completely honest.
I know.
I don't like them.
The meat birds go through a growth stage, too. I mean, by the time they're ready for butcher, they look good. They're all feathered, but meat chickens go through this really nasty, ugly, half feathered stage.
And sometimes they stay that way.
Yeah. And like their skin is like really pink. And I don't know, they almost kind of look dinosaur-ish.
Right.
With like patchy mange feathers.
There's that T-Rex analogy. They're like little T-Rexes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So, but that usually, you know, only lasts for a few weeks, and then they're out of the ugly teenager. It's like the teenager acne stage.
Awkward. They're just awkward. They look gross. Yeah. So, yeah, but it's worth it. So we don't like doing it, but it's totally worth it. Every time we fill that freezer and every time we pull meat out, it's totally worth it. Yep.
For sure. What was I just about to say? I don't even remember now. Boy, that thought left me pretty quickly.
That was quick. I don't know, but we're 48 minutes in.
Yeah.
So I think that's good.
Yeah. I mean, there's really not a whole lot more to say about meat birds other than if you really want to do it, just do it.
Yeah, just do it. Just try 10 or 12.
I remember what I was going to say.
What?
I was going to ask you if you have what you have on your YouTube channel for like meat chicken videos. Do you have any?
I don't think so, other than the time that we had the Great Massacre.
Right. Okay.
I don't think I do. Maybe that's something we'll work towards.
Yeah. Maybe your next batch.
Yeah.
I have a couple meat chickens on my YouTube channel, meat chicken videos. I have one batch that I followed in a video from picking them up at the post office to Butcher Day. And then I have a whole Butcher Day video. So if y'all are curious,
there you go.
Check it out.
Yep.
And there's a ton. I mean,
there's a ton of resources online, a ton of YouTube channels who have posted their processing birds. I have put like pieces here and there in like vlogs.
Yeah.
I don't have anything dedicated to meat chickens, I don't think.
Yeah.
So
yeah, so check it out, research it, and just dive in and do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Like everything else, just give it a try. I mean, the worst that happens is you mess it up and you learn from it, and then you can do it again.
Right.
Right? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for listening. We will be here next week talking more farmsteadher type stuff and encouraging you to farm like a girl.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks.
Bye, y'all.